Right, I'm finally in or just outside Zakopane. Just got the number 11 bus from the town centre to here, in the middle of nowhere, up the mountain, and I'm going to my hostel, which is just down this path and then up the hill into the forest. Yeah, quite a pleasant 2-hour journey from Krakow, and some of the houses in this town are absolutely beautiful. Magnificent houses, look. But yeah, we'll have a walk down. There's an interesting. I was here about 7 years ago at the same hostel. When I booked it to come to the Tatra Mountains here, usually it's booked up. So it's a very popular hostel, but luckily I saw a 2-night gap where they had vacancies, and I thought, right, I'm having that. And if I remember correctly, there was an interesting security guard at the entrance to the hostel grounds, which I'll show you when we get there. Well, I have arrived at my lodge hostel just outside Zakopane, in the middle of nowhere, and I'll quickly show you the outside, and then we'll have a walk around the back, and later we'll show you on the inside. This is an outstanding place. This, I stayed here 7 years ago, and it's beautiful, just hidden in the woods, up in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere. Got a little barbecue area out here, the woods all the way around. And look at this, all made of wood. Our classic Polish house lodge. It's called Goodbye Lenin Hostel. Not Lenin as in John Lennon, Lenin as in the Soviet President Lenin. You can have a walk around the back here. You can walk up the woods here, but the receptionist said as you're getting late in the day, just keep an eye out, or an ear out for bears, because there are bears living in this area. And there was a bear, apparently there was a bear here 2 days ago, rummaging through the rubbish during the night. But you just have to keep talking, and that'll probably scare them off. But whatever you do, as a golden rule around bears is don't run away, because they will chase you, hunt you down, and well, you'll be their dinner basically. So when it's a good day, you can come and sit out, and when it's a nice sunny warm day, you can come and sit out here. Oh, got a little hammock there, look, see, you sit on the hammock, you sit on the chair, a little swing chair. Nice lighting here. Yeah. But I could go down there and up there, right up there, but I don't fancy climbing right up there, because I'm going to climb the mountains tomorrow anyway. Yeah, I've just arrived. I just wanted to show you this hostel, that was all. So I shall show you the inside when we come back, because I'm going to go down to the local village and grab some dinner, because I've not eaten all day, not since breakfast this morning anyway, and it's now 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm a bit peckish. So absolutely beautiful. I love this place, and it's very difficult to get this place, because when I looked it up before I left England, it was always full up, it was always packed. But luckily when I was in Prague, the vacancy became vacant for 2 days. And there's a local security guard down there, the goat, wherever she is. She's hiding in her pen there somewhere. Should we go down and have a look?
Oh, don't come here, really.
No!
Hey!
Oh, there he is. You can just see his head poking out, look. Look. Is she going to come out?
Be careful there, because it's really muddy and slippery.
Yeah.
Okay.
going to come out and say hello? No?
She says no.
Oh, okay. Right, let's go and get something to eat. I'll see you later. Right, we are in the Tatra Mountains. I'm heading up to the Morskie Oko lake. The largest, no it's not, it's the highest lake in the Tatra Mountains and the third deepest in the mountains too. So about a 20-minute minibus ride up from my hostel up to this, what you call maybe the base camp. But you can cheat, you can take a horse and carriage if you like, save you the hike, but that's bloody cheating, that is. Nah, we're British, we're sturdy, we're gonna walk, yes. But there is obviously there's no snow now, but the entrance there they're saying there's danger of avalanches, and they're saying do not climb any steep cliffs. Your safety is your own priority. Beware of your own safety. And I was told this before. If you wish to climb it, if you're fit enough to go, then do it. But they have no responsibility for any accidents. You are responsible for your own safety. So I shall take heed of that and follow my nose and my brain and my heart. If I'm gonna die, I won't do it. But let's enjoy this hike. It's a bit of a miserable morning this one. It's still a bit raining. Look, the clouds are all covering the tops of the mountains. But let's enjoy this. And I've got a couple of stories to tell you. One in this video, starting here. Beautiful view. It's quite popular, this hike. There are many people on this hike today. It's still early in the morning. It's about 9:30, and it's about 7 degrees Celsius. And the walk to the top to the lake will take approximately 3 hours. And there's a nice lodge up there where we can stop for lunch or coffee. Also, I've got my own coffee here in my flask. So let's crack on. Ah, look at this wonderful waterfall. Yes. Oh, yeah, man. I can right up there at the top of the mountain. It's all the way down here. And we go on the other side. Flows under this bridge and all the way down the valley. So, a question I quite often get asked is, why do I travel so much? And how the hell can I afford it? Well, so, why do I travel so much? I've been travelling basically now for 40 years, all over the world. 20 of those years were within an industry I had a career in, which I'll come to shortly. I left England 1986, go travelling and hitchhiking all around Europe. And because I was basically homeless before that, and that situation has carried on throughout my life. I've never really had a home of my own in England. Hang on a minute, there's some lazy people having a lift to the top. Can't be asked to walk. Oh well. So, where was I? Yeah, I've never really had a home of my own in England at all. Any jobs I have, always been live-in jobs in hotels, pubs, campsites, whatever. And then I fell into the yachting industry, the super yacht industry, accidentally when I ventured down into the south of France, and I initially was only going to stay there for 3 days on my travels through towards Spain. Obviously those 3 days turned out to be 20 odd years. Yeah, because I loved it. It's the only place I've been happiest in my life. Down the south of France, working on yachts, travelling well by sea. And obviously working in these hospitality establishments, you get to work and meet people from all over the world. And that trend obviously continued into my yachting career, and in this day and age, and for the previous last 10-12 years, we stay in backpacker hostels. Now people assume hostels are full of drunks and drug addicts, bad places to be. Maybe in some parts of England that is true, but around the rest of the world it's not. Backpacker hostels, a lot of them are like 4-5-star hotels. They are really well run, they look after the backpackers, and you meet people from all over the globe. And it's a wonderful atmosphere in there, very friendly, there's no dishonesty. Okay, it could be the odd theft here and there, but majority of the time you're there to look after each other. And the other reason why I travel so much, because there's no way I could afford the rent of apartments in England, and even now in 2025, God, it's even worse. Probably for a box, just a simple box room, you're looking at £300 to £400 a week, not a month, a week. Astronomical. Obviously then you've got to pay your taxes, national insurance, council tax, TV licence, everything. There are 3 things I've never paid for in my life. I've never paid council tax, I've never bought a TV licence, and I pay very, very little income tax, because I stay under the threshold. So I work half the year and I travel the other half of the year. I have this special agreement with my employer that they will take me back, because I'm British and I'm a hard worker and I enjoy what I do. But I also enjoy travelling. If I didn't travel, I'd go mad. So that's the other reason. How can I afford to travel so much? Well, the simple reason is because I get live-in jobs. I don't spend anything. I just save my money up. I put aside about £200 a month for expenses. Maybe I go out for a drink once a week. That's it. And even that, at my age, I can't drink that much anyway. Probably about 5 pints. That's it. Tobacco. The odd little bit of munchies food, because when you have a living job, you get fed there as well anyway. So you spend very little. A lot of people just squander their money. I know people where I work, they just basically skint after 2 weeks of getting paid. Not my problem, is it? It's up to them. But I have a goal to travel in the off season during the winter, so I make a point of saving my money up, and I put it into a different account where I can't gain access to it immediately. And then when I'm ready to travel, I transfer it into my 2 main bank accounts. One for travel and accommodation expenses, and the other account for like everyday expenses, right, for eating, drinking, things like this. Come out on little trips, days out, and I limit myself to £30 a day. Obviously, in some parts of Europe, you're going to slightly go over that threshold, but the further south and the further east I go in the world, you won't spend anywhere near that, so you'll be saving a lot of money. So I have a budget, and that's the way I travel. and that's the way you can do it. But you've got to be brutal on your saving. Anyone can just go out and just spend their money willy-nilly, but not me. I have a goal to travel in the winter, and that's what I save my money for. Right, I've turned off the road now, and we're now on these cobbled paths for the rest of the journey up to Morskie Oko Lake. Cream crackered. But I've still got another couple of hours walk to do. So there's a lot of people on this walk. I passed by, I've just been tearing past them. They're not walking. They're just dawdling. You're never going to get to the top. I like to not speed walk, but I just like to one foot in front of the other, have a goal and have a mission, get on with it. Right, I'll put the camera away for a few minutes until I get nearer the top. Come on boys, you can do it. You're out of breath as well, I know. We're all out of breath. Even the horses are knackered. I'm walking. Right. I'm walking just as fast as the horses at the moment. Oh man. As I say before, I will continue to travel for as long as I can, because there's no way I can afford accommodation in the private sector in England. If I was going to retire, it would definitely be abroad somewhere in a cheaper country, maybe Krakow, where I was just been. But as far as I can see, I will continue to travel until I drop dead. And the way this hike is going, if I do any more of these extreme hikes, that could be sooner rather than later. It's just jogged about 20 feet and he's knackered again. He's back to a slow crawl again. Right, I think we're nearly there. We've been going for 2.5 hours and got all the stragglers coming behind me. I mean, unfortunately you can't see the tops of the mountains because of all the cloud covering them, but what a great hiking achievement this is. I don't know how much further we've got to go. I'll get to the lake and we'll stop for lunch. Right, finally, at last, we've made it. So, got a little house here. Who would like to live in a house like that? High up here in the Tatra Mountains. And there's a lodge right in front of me there, where we're going to stop for lunch. And let's have a look at this lake. Some of you may not know, I actually did this walk 7 years ago, but in the height of the winter. It was early March time I did this, and there was snow everywhere up to as deep as your knees, and then the lake was completely frozen over. You could walk on the lake, and here we are. Now this lake is full of trout, and it's illegal to fish here. No fishing is allowed. Look at this lake. Now, most people who are going to attempt to climb further on, I've noticed, all had safety helmets on. And here we are. This is the lake. This is Morskie Oko. And that there is a mountain you have to get up and over. It's quite high, way into the clouds. the other side of that mountain, you're in Slovakia. So let's just have a little selfie. And I'm fucking knackered. Sorry I didn't swear. There we are. Yeah, so you can see how treacherous and dangerous it is. Just sheer rocks all the way up. So there's a footpath that goes up there, but literally it's just sheer rock. And you were told at the bottom that your safety is your own priority. You will not be saved if you do it at your own risk. So there's no way I'm doing it. I'm going back down. So now I'm here, I'm going to stop here and have a coffee. And if you enjoyed that little story I've been telling you on the way up, then I'll be telling another one in the next video on the way down. So for now, I'll say cheerio and goodbye.